What makes an animal an animal?
Very good question. So to be frank, there are lots of different methods that scientists have in order to determine this. And without getting too political or confusing things too much, well, let's just focus on one, the main theory that we use, which is, let's say Billy comes in off the street and he brings in this thing to determine, in our lab, whether or not it's an animal.
Okay.
So the first thing that we do, the number one thing, is we get a flashlight and we shine it underneath the thing to see if it has any legs. And if it has legs, then we can concretely determine that it is an animal.
So let's say someone brings in something like a whale to your lab. You shine a flashlight under it and you don't find any legs. What do you do?
Right, that's a good question. So I would go ahead and classify that as a fish, since it has no legs, and we would just throw it away.
Little change of pace here. What do you think of the theory that, due to the laws of nature, a rock is an animal? That because of the laws of nature, therefore a rock is an animal?
Right, I'm not going to completely dismiss this theory. So we've, as scientists, have looked at a lot of rocks and shined a lot of flashlights underneath rocks, and we've not seen any legs. But if we're using infrared technology that is available to us today to shine that same flashlight underneath the rocks, we might be able to find some secret legs, and if we do find that, then quite possibly a rock would be an animal.
Well, let's do it. We got some gear together and hired a professional rock tracker. And then we headed out.
So my mates call me Slimy Buckets. I've been hunting rocks for maybe 10, 15 years.
So we're going to start over here, and then we're going to loop around, take a left, come back over here, and then once they get to the drop point, they got 15 minutes to get in, administer the test, then get out.
Here, you have 15 minutes. If anything goes wrong, remember, I'll pull you out.
Hold back. Let's go for print, mate. We're in trouble.
We already had our hands full with trying to find a rock. And now we have to deal with a gopher? Did you know? Did you know there would be a gopher out here?
Listen, mate, settle down.
I'm not comfortable being out here with a gopher. I'm not comfortable getting stalked by a gopher.
Alright, I hear you, mate. I hear you.
You didn't tell me there would be a gopher out here.
Call it, man.
You did not tell me there would be a gopher out here. I'm not dealing with this.
Call it. Yeah, we had a bit of a gopher scare, but to be honest, I knew they would be out there. It's gopher territory. But we also just knew that, we'd find the perfect rock.
There's a gopher out here. Do you copy? Doctor! Doctor, there's a gopher out here.
Gopher can be a bit of a buzzword, a trigger word. People are scared of gophers. They're pretty deadly, honestly. What's wrong?
Shit, I'm not getting any signal. We need to make camp. We need to make camp now. We can't be out here with a gopher.
Are you sure?
I'm sure this isn't working. We need to make camp now.
Now something went wrong with the walkies. And when they returned and told me that they'd encountered a gopher, I was blown away. I knew that interference with the walkie-talkies had to be gopher related.
This looks like a good spot. We should camp here. He's out there, that gopher. He's a nasty gopher.
We go.
Whoa! Whoa!
Do you feel that?
What's up, mate?
In the air.
Give me a second. Yeah, what is that?
It's gone.
The gopher's gone?
You're gonna laugh at me, but that night while we were being terrorized by the gopher, I had a vision, and Genghis Khan, the warrior from history, he came to me and said, "Don't worry, I will protect you."
All over the world there's been reports of Genghis Khan appearing and helping people. Yeah. Genghis Khan helped get some gum off of my shoe. Genghis Khan showed up and watered my plants while I was on vacation. I mean, the science is out there, it cannot be ignored.
Something in my heart just tells me that Genghis Khan killed that gopher. What I think happened is that Genghis Khan, when he died, he was on his way to hell, and on his way there, an angel appeared to him and told him that he had one more chance to make up for the things that he did before he was sentenced to an eternity of damnation in hell. And so now Genghis Khan goes around helping people, doing good deeds like killing gophers and gardening.